Hello to everybody in the world of Sigalians. So tonight, actually, I know for most of you probably it is daylight. You're watching it with sun looking into your window, but in my place it is complete night. Okay, so I will refer to this as a nighttime streams. That's how it is. So I was considering if I'm going to do it or not tonight, and then thought, nobody's waiting. I even made a post. Should we do it tonight, or maybe I will postpone it for another day? Because I got a little bit delayed, or a little bit late. I wanted to start it 1 hour ago. But then I checked out the chat and want to say Kane Z7, South Florida archery guy, Gringo Steve, hello to you bros. And Gringo Steve, to you bro, a special thanks, because exactly out of your comment in chat I decided that finally, yeah, I will chill out with my bros tonight, watching the copycat of Space Ice. And we are there many copycats of Space Ice? Leave your wild guesses in chat. I won't reveal the I won't reveal the name. Meanwhile, Brandon Score, hello to you, bro. Isadora Raziel, hello, bro. Nick Bruns, Neon. Neon, I think I saw you only in comments before. Better not be calling Sensei Seagull a copycat of Space Ice. He has to learn how to do content first to be a copycat of Space Ice. You think, guys, it is easy to be a copycat? I don't think so. I don't think it is easy at all. For me, it is much more. It is much easier to be like origin. Well, probably sometimes you can take out inspiration from other people, but as you know, I personally try to avoid any inspiration, anything that can infect my content about the upcoming video. I don't even watch any review or recap of movies I'm going to do, so that so my reaction would be the most authentic also. But there are people, I know a few of them, who take inspiration to the next level. Not that I'm judgmentful to them. Even though I start streams only at night. Ты опять закрыла дверь? Алиса, ты опять закрыла дверь. Ну что это такое? Потом будешь удивляться, а что это я? The wife is yelling at him, leaving a pound of mess. She knows I was about to make an online stream tonight, but she asked me to postpone it so she could watch out the. We started to watch Stranger Things, even though I've watched up to third season. Didn't watch third season. I started over to just to watch it with her, and tonight we were postponed, both of us, and got a little bit late. So now she is not asleep. Well, most of the times she is asleep and doesn't hear what I'm talking to you guys. I hate when somebody is listening to what I'm saying to stupid microphone and to stupid screen. Because only I know that you are there. Nobody else can see it. And I feel a little bit cringy about that. So Space Ice is unique. There are no unique people. Let's be real. Okay. Everybody can be replaced. Oh. Thanks for hearts. So how do those girls do it? Like, beam, 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 beam. Kudos to you, bros. I like Red Eyes Seagull videos too. But tonight we are going to watch something probably most of you are not familiar. Well, maybe. Actually, I think that most of you familiar with this channel more than with my channel. Not, but people in general. People in general, yeah. My channel is kind of tiny. Hi Alex, your student content is good too. Thanks a lot, bro. By the way, you know how much the likes mean? Guys, just I would be really appreciative if you just tap the like button right now when you're watching it. Right now. And meanwhile, I'm going to spill the beans because nobody. Yeah, you had some wild guesses in chat about who is going to be in this. Who will be watching. Whom we will be watching tonight. Yo. Oh, my table is still swaying. Shit. You got it. Thanks a lot. Now it is. Oh, yes. Thanks for your likes, bro. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Kudos to all of you. Yes! Yes, this is the last action zero. Just look at his thumbnails. Do they remind you of something you might see? For example, let's say, let's say out of reach. Doesn't this look familiar to you? The letters, the colors, a little twist he makes is this liquefy effect. But that's not all similarities we can find on his in his videos, at least the early ones. I've watched about 2 minutes of his video and decided that yeah, we are going to watch it on an online stream. I haven't watched the one we are going to watch tonight. Today is more comfortable to say than tonight. still. So this is gonna be my authentic reaction. Did you guys, have you watched any of his videos? Because from what I've watched in 2 minutes, it kinda reminded me of Space Ice. You gotta ask, is that Russian? Russian what? Likes and audience interaction helps with the algorithm, so does sharing. True. That's completely true. Yes, exactly. Wow, never saw the channel. This is gonna be good. Even the way the words his titles are similar. Pretty much. The only thing is that, yeah, pretty much worst movie ever. What the ooh. We're not saying those words on online stream in order to keep it clean. I've seen a few of his videos. They really are very similar to Space Ice. Very, very similar. They do remind of him. If he's not as funny as Space Ice, he better have a charming accent. Each time I see Space Ice video about Stephen Senegal movie, I check your channel. If you made the video on it as well, makes laughing at the movie much more complete experience. I'm way behind Space Ice still. Yeah, he had made, I don't know what in percentage, but maybe 60% of Sensei Seagal's video movies. As for me, I covered only like maybe a dozen, maybe below that. I didn't count. The language you speak, your accent. I was asking if it's Russian. It is. True. Right. Say Senegal. Okay, anyway, today I want to watch Out of Reach because this is the movie I've watched. I also watched Belly of the Beast, and if we will have some time, we will also watch Belly of the Beast. And yeah, of course, if we will like it, if we will like what we will see. The last video he released was 2 weeks ago, and it got incredible 426 views. I wonder why. Maybe the whole Steven Seagal trend is going to be is dying now, because as I see, most of people begin to shift to somewhere else, and Steven Seagal, maybe there are too many channels mocking on his movies. Maybe because this is wow. This is a what? Huh? It does look pretty interesting. Something new. Yeah, and also we will check out if he adds something new to videos to make them a little different than Space Ice.
Out of Reach could possibly be the best Steven Seagal movie to date. Nope, liars go to hell. You can find this in the bargain bin at Walmart. The movie starts out with a little girl called Irina doing a voiceover of her letter to...
I'm not a native English speaker, so you guys tell me if he does have an accent or not, because for me it sounds kinda clean.
Seagal.
But for me, my English also sounds kinda clean, so...
Dear William, thank you so much for the birthday present.
Apparently, they're long-distance pen pals. 'Cause that's not weird at all. Anyways, then it's Seagal's turn to talk. But instead of Seagal mumbling his lines...
What do you think about this voice? in general.
The producers decided to get a less creepy guy to voice it.
Dear Arena, I'm glad you like the American Indian bracelet. You're an intelligent, special girl.
Seagal apparently faked his death and is
Yeah, Space Ice doesn't add some Michael Scott and other footages. Most of the time he just uses footages from the movie he's reviewing.
now laying low. But a former colleague visits him and shows him a burned ID which could expose him. It says Thomas, but his character's name is William.
Dear
Shit.
William,
Right now he's kinda a little bit bland. A little bit. As for my taste.
dear William,
As you can see, a lot of thought was put into this movie. Irina is in an orphanage in Poland, and she receives another creepy voiced letter.
Dear Irina, you can contact me in Montreal at the address below.
Yeah, he uses the Michael Scott again? It is not funny when you do that. No, it's still funny. Because Michael Scott is hilarious.
I have to go away for a while, but don't worry.
What the f, Seagal? What's your connection with this girl? This guy pulls up at the orphanage where he has some business to attend to. His sleek blonde hair screams bad guy from a mile away.
Hey, what do you have? What do you have against blonde hair, bruh?
Then the girls are told to go outside.
You've all dreamed of home.
He uses the same kind of music, like epic trailer music. Kinda similar voice timbre, like teaser one. As soon as he spoke, discount Space Ice real bad. Yeah, this a little bit Space Ice on minimal settings. This is pretty bad. Hard to listen to. Dude overacts the voice emo. Yeah, I think that he also uses some additional editing to the voice editing. Voice is definitely an attempt to imitate Space Ice. That's what I say. He's not trying to sound unique or different or anything. Yeah, he completely imitates the same. It is a complete imitation, because if you, like, for example, take another, I make a character and you watch it and you think to yourself, wow, that's a nice approach. Why wouldn't I try that? It is fine, and you add a character as well. There's nothing bad about that. You caught an interesting idea and then make it a twist about it, implemented it and added to your own content. But here we can see a complete copycat. Let's blow up his comment section with Bergin Bean Space Ice. I'm pretty sure that they are blown up. Let's be real. Not many people can think that this is original. Because if you're trying to copycat something that is as well known, as famous and popular, what are you waiting for? What do you expect actually? Do you actually expect people to think that you are actual Space Ice? Or you are original and they will know you better than original Space Ice? Everybody will see what it is. So Or maybe there is also that approach as fake it till you make it. But still you gotta put at least 50-50 of your original point of view and of someone else's.
Homes and a better life.
Is Blondie from a foster care agency? If you think these girls are going into foster care, I got a castle.
Yes, he even had to make these adjustments in audio editing, audio effects to look to sound more like Space Ice as well. So he pitched down a little bit timbre. Well, I think that Space Ice does it too. To be
I want to
fair.
sell you. What the f? Meanwhile, Seagal's house is trashed by his former agency. They're looking for something, but don't say what exactly.
What is going on in here?
The agents are just about to arrest him, but Seagal resists. Less than 10 minutes in and we get a fight scene. Just great, Seagal. But you better pace yourself. We don't want your co-stars to do all the heavy lifting.
Oh, shit.
Irina packs up to go to the foster care agency, but this does not look good. Seagal receives a letter saying that Irina...
What was this fart joke for here? I'm not against it when it comes in handy, and I pretty much use... Whoa... Soul Calibur, welcome to the Seagalian team. Awesome. It does work, hey.
is long gone. He's so heartbroken that he can no longer send his creepy letters, so Seagal takes the first flight out to Poland to find the little girl.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Irina arrives at a building with no windows.
What?
They sit her down to take...
Yes, this is actual building that actually exists. You didn't think that they built it just for the movie.
Irina arrives at a building with
Yes, it is actual building.
no windows.
What?
They sit her down to take a picture, and there are others.
He just describes what's happening in the movie. This is not the... Irina arrives at the building without any windows. Irina sits and they take her pictures. That's exactly what is happening, though. What's the point to describe that? Where should I laugh?
Okay, can anyone say human trafficking? What the f? Irina's friend makes a break for it to try and escape, but is unsuccessful.
You can try to run, but there's nowhere to hide.
And what's Blondie's problem? Seagal goes to the orphanage to get...
Yeah, he just throws in some memes popping up here and there out of nowhere, and then he shows that he knows how to use After Effects to add liquify effects. But this is not as funny as, for example, you can clearly see frames of the
There's nowhere
effect.
to hide.
And what's Blondie's...
You see, boom, and there is this bubble, and it's spherize in Premiere Pro, and within this bubble you can make these shifts, liquify effect. I don't know if Premiere Pro has a liquify effect. I use it in After Effects. But what for this whole bubble? You can just make the only face to Swift. I like it also. I like to use it.
problem? Seagal goes to the orphanage to get some answers. But the corrupt old lady says that Irina ran away. Seagal's not buying it, so he decides to go to the cops. The old lady calls Blondie for help with Seagal, but the psycho...
Why do we have to listen to this epic music when he just describes what is happening on the screen? He meets this lady, then this lady is sitting there, and this guy is lighting his lighter, After that, he kills her. Then, oh Jesus, I get a little bit frustrated, even though I didn't intend to. It's just a little bit calm down, right? Where's my juice? If you want to describe the plot of the movie, then let's just avoid keeping it in high pace with the epic music. Because this way you are just a storyteller. Like those recap channels that basically just do recap of a movie without any comedic twist.
Kills her anyway.
Also known as Nanny McAfee. Rest in peace, Svetlana Babushka.
Back at his hotel, two thugs break.
But not 21 blah blah blah. It was in 2003. Out of reach. 2003, maybe 2005. 005.
Back at his hotel,
No,
two
2005.
thugs break into his room to give him a a message.
Finally, an attempt for a comedic twist, but it is pretty bad. You're playing with your own words, not words in the movie. You can't do that, okay? But most likely, you should be very careful with that, because chances are it's not gonna be funny.
Seagal says, "Not today," and throws this guy out the window.
It was
Seagal, you fucking lunatic!
What the f?
Seagal goes to the orphanage the next day to find the old lady burnt to a crisp. This lady cop finds Seagal a bit suspicious, so she takes him in for questioning.
I didn't do nothing.
Seagal finds a computer unattended. He magically figures out the password and gets access.
What?
Seagal, you stable genius.
United Alliance of Nations.
Here I used the famous Pornhub music to pretend that he got into police station to check out some videos he really enjoys. The only videos he really enjoys. Let's be real, he doesn't enjoy videos of Space I Send Me. Seagal watches those that start with a
United Alliance of Nations. That makes a whole lot of sense. As if an alliance wasn't enough. The cops find the human trafficker's building, but it looks like Irina is dead or something. They don't exactly explain what happened. Can you identify the victim? The writers obviously took a leave of absence.
Yeah, where did everybody go?
Seagal invites
Okay.
Irina's little orphan friend in.
There were so many things to laugh at. You can get. If you can't make it funny, you can just take it from the movie and place it into your video, and it's still gonna be funny. He doesn't even do that. He just blatantly. I think that the guy just doesn't understand what he's doing.
Which, by the way, is not a good look.
So what's exactly this guy's name? Channel name is The Last Action Zero.
He shows him the lighter, which he pickpocketed.
Hey, Alexander,
From Blondie.
Alexander, by the
You know
way.
what this is? This is a Turkish flag.
Nice going, Einstein. Seagal goes to the United Alliance of Nations and snoops around for clues. He goes through the magic Rolodex and finds an address, because he's a genius.
We're getting somewhere.
The manager sees him there, but Seagal gives him a bogus excuse and then takes off.
Which excuse? Can we listen to it? If I don't know, if I haven't watched this movie, watching this recap would do me nothing. Because if you just describe the plot, it is stupid plot. It's not interesting to listen to. If there is no comedic take, it doesn't bring anything, bro. I wish you best luck, but consider the criticism. That's my opinion. You put it out for everybody to watch. So,
Turns out this guy's mailing out the videotapes of the girls to potential buyers. What the f? Seagal goes to the address from the Rolodex.
You could say something like it was a tape of mix for Steven Seagal to dance for. Whenever I see a cassette or a disc in Steven Seagal's movie, or even a gramophone, like all the instruments to play music, I instantly remember about him dancing and go with it.
Then
Can't
the
do
phone
anything about
rings.
All tapes delivered. International online bidding will commence now.
It's a f***ing call center for human trafficking. He gets the next clue in his treasure hunt.
We're getting somewhere.
Time is ticking, Seagal. Chop chop. He goes to the bar and flirts with the lady cop because he's a hound dog.
Did I offend you?
They both decide to go to this guy's house to ask questions, but find out that he's been terminated. They get shot at from behind and the cop gets hit. Seagal beats him up a little, but he gets away. He then displays his caveman surgical skills and takes out the bullet.
Relax. We're done.
Even the cop isn't spared from his creepy kiss on the forehead.
You see how he looks? That's what I was talking about in recent streams. This look, he kind of doesn't look right. It's something weird about it. Look where her eyes is, and he is looking like here. What's going on? At the same time, this eye look somewhat here, and the head is turned. He doesn't look straight to her. This is what I'm talking about when I say that he looks weird at things. And he definitely considers her a thing.
She takes a rest and wakes up to find Seagal watching her.
Don't worry, I closed my eyes.
What the?
that was pretty good.
Don't you have more important things to do, like, I don't know, saving the girl from human traffickers? He leaves with the worst Seagal voice imitation dub.
I made a mistake once.
We are gathered here to listen to the worst Space Ice voice imitation dub. So for this particular joke, I would be more self-ironic.
I'm not gonna make the same mistake again.
Hold up. Wait.
So basically he thinks that simply narrating the movie in a dumb voice with some even number 7-year-old kid visual effects on the characters is funny. Well, everybody has to learn how to do those effects. Yeah, he's just... those clips you can find in green screen, most of which he used. I think everyone he used. Maybe he got better with that, because in his recent movie, at least with this hovering I can see tracking, motion tracking. And this is kinda not that advanced, of course, but it is much more advanced than just simply green screen.
Wait a minute.
Oh. You're welcome, bro. I like how polite you are with your criticism. You just want him to better his content, not to drop it entirely. No, I really wish the guy all the best. That's not the best approach for this. Still don't understand what "don't worry, I closed my eyes" meant, lol. In the movie, let's be real. Okay, so she was unconscious in the movie, and when she passed out, because he poured too much vodka in her throat, thinking that it is going to be a nice, a better treatment than a hospital taking a bullet out of your shoulder. Right after that, she passed out, probably was close to death after that amount of alcohol. Maybe not, because she was showing us that she drank tons of it. And she woke up in a bed with the clothes changed. How could it possibly have been done, huh? Somebody had to change her clothes. Maybe Steven Seagal? And Steven Seagal goes with a brilliant explanation that I did it with my eyes closed. Because this is how the real gentleman change clothes of women he is not familiar too much with, to change their clothes with open eyes.
Something ain't right.
Seagal follows a car from the Turkish.
I would give a lot to see how he changed her clothes with the closed eyes. It would have been so funny.
Embassy because of this clue. He brings along orphan boy to help ID Blondie.
Is that the man?
Yes.
Seagal knows now who's asked to kick. Blondie is at an embassy party, schmoozing and boozing, while Irina is being held nearby. Seagal arrives at the party as a guest, but this guy from earlier is there.
Thanks
Why
a
is he
lot.
colluding
Thanks a
with
lot for
Blondie?
telling us that. We can clearly see it on the screen, dude. Try to make something more comedic out of that.
Honestly, who gives a f***? Seagal movies don't have to make sense.
Yeah, you can say that again, pal.
They finally meet, but can't start a ruckus in a public setting.
Maybe we'll speak again in a more intimate setting.
Irina escapes because the door is open.
Wait a minute.
Seagal has sixth sense and knows she's nearby. She runs to a locked door with Seagal on the other side. He then picks up some magic signals to know that she's alive. So he leaves the party.
This is bold to not to include the food reading episode, because I think that this is the culmination of the movie. Are you sure you didn't want to make fun of it? Anyhow, by its own, without any context, without any voiceover, it is still funny. And you decided to completely cut it out. Why? Why? What's going on in this video? It is like space ice in another dimension. In a dimension where people just don't know what fun means.
To fight another day.
I'll be back.
Seagal recognizes Blondie's foot soldier, who enters a whorehouse. He fancies this prostitute, but Seagal cock blocks him for information and to tell Blondie where he's at. He recruits the lady cop for help,
He also does change plot a little bit, because that's not exactly how it happened in the movie, but he changes the plot a little bit, but this change doesn't doesn't make any sense also. Don't worry, I closed my eyes. Is just another one of Steven Seagal's typical creepy and weird attempt at humor. No. He was for real. He said it for real. Don't worry, I closed my eyes. I personally think that he really meant it to show off how good of a man, how gentleman he is. He didn't even look at her being naked. We all know how true he is when he says something like that, when it doesn't make any sense. When even if you are a true gentleman, you will still have to look, even though you chose to bring her in your apartment rather than to hospital. And don't tell him that, though, or he will hate you, lol. From what I can see in Steven Seagal, he pretty much hates everybody around. This is what I think, what I feel. He doesn't like anyone. If it is not an old Buddhist monk, but he doesn't also like him, let's be real, because he can slap them just to show how familiar he is with them, how they accept him as an equal one.
Shoulder seems to have miraculously healed. Then she asks Seagal the question we've all been asking.
Why all of this for a girl you've never even met?
So, what's the answer?
This little girl means a lot to me.
Okay, Seagal. Whatever you say. Even the lady cop is like...
Yo. For that, I think that for that particular phrase, taking it out of context, if you just met the detective and also want to justify why the fuck you came to Poland, to another country, for a little girl you were a pen pal with, telling her she means a lot to you, kind of makes sense, because this is, for example, say you lost your own daughter and you have some weird bonds with the one girl you have never met and don't know, but still you kind of consider her for some reason kind of like your daughter. What is this word for this? Can't come up with, but I think that you guys know what I mean.
This movie. The goons arrive at the brothel, ready to stir shit up. Little do they know that Seagal is packing and ready to pounce. Before they can say monkey's uncle, Seagal draws first blood with a barrage of bullets. Seagal highly recommends throwing a grenade in a place of business. He goes around...
What was this? What was this green screen explosions?
Seagal highly recommends throwing a grenade in a place of business.
What's the point of this? It looks really cheesy for the video. There was
he goes
explosion.
around to the front, and his stunt double does a front roll. Is this seat installation made of metal? It must be immune to bullets. All the bad guys are dead,
Okay,
except
that's
for
a
this
nice
last
reference.
man standing. They get into an exchange of words that would make Tarantino cringe.
Now you know what happens to whores, don't you now? Whores always get f***ed, don't they?
Good guys finish last.
What?
What the man? Just get it over with and kill each other already.
I'm out.
Ain't that a coincidence? I'm out too.
Just kidding.
I was just kidding too.
Seagal was the better bullshitter, and that's not saying a lot. Lady Cop got a bad shoulder and blood on her forehead, but Seagal's clean as a whistle. Go figure.
Yes, we can
Seagal
see
goes
that.
back to Blondie's place, and we have a Mexican standoff. The girl sees Seagal.
Who are you?
Come on, girl!
This okay, all right, you got me. This is the first time I actually laughed because this was kind of funny, really. I don't remember that in the movie, but it was there, sure. Yeah. He came to another country to save her. Their first meeting was marked with the phrase, "Who are you? Who the hell are you?" Don't worry, I'm the guy who is going to take you out of here, in this beautiful country, to wilderness in Canada, so that you can chill in front of a campfire, while I'll be hunting my neighbors' birds. And freeing rabbits out of traps. This movie is unintentionally the creepiest Seagal has been. He's kinda creepy in all of his movies. Yeah. Well, he doesn't like anyone, but if you tell him his ideas suck, which they do, then he will hate you, not just dislike you. When it comes to Steven Seagal, there is a so vague difference between those two words. Hate and disliking when he looks at people around. I can't tell the difference. It kind of looks like he really hates those people, especially if they are young men, younger than him, handsome, maybe fit. In this case, if you are starring in the movie with him, chances are you're gonna die. Your character is gonna die because he will really hate the fuck out of you. He will treat you like shit. That's what I saw in, for example, what was that movie? When he came to Japan, Into the Sun. Yeah. You can ask John Leguizamo and Rob Schneider how that would end. Lol. John Leguizamo and Rob Schneider are short guys. Doesn't matter if he likes them all or not, he's gonna show off his bully nature. He's gotta show anybody that he is tougher than anybody. Than anybody. So he picks up John Leguizamo, who isn't that okay, that kind of guy who can fight back, and Rob Schneider doesn't look that way as either. So that's what he does. He picks up the weakest guys and tries to show himself in front of everybody by. That's why I do hate people like him. I invested a lot in this little girl. I'll be damned if blonde guy gets her first. Yeah, come on, bro. I've been writing her those stupid fucking letters for years now, and you just come to their orphanage and just pick her up, just because you are here in front of her, and I'm a thousand, tens of thousands, dozens of thousand miles away. No fucking way. Yeah, that's true.
He's there to save you. Put two and two together already. Seagal's not going to kill him using guns.
He
because
ruined the joke. Somehow he ruins every joke the movie has. This is a little bit. This is on the opposite side of the funny.
it's too violent in front of a girl. So they decide to do it through swords. Cause yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Seagal's too lazy to walk down a small flight of stairs, so his
Okay, what do you guys think? Is he going to leave footage where Seagal, my favorite scene ever, when Steven Seagal changes his poses from this to this and stands like a clown in the middle of a big hole. All of those poses that make me laugh every time I see them. My favorite scene. What do you guys think? Leave in the chat. Is he going to leave this scene here? Because from what I see now, he takes everything that can be fun. He cut it out, and even that he leaves something that can be funny. He destroys the joke also.
stunt double does it for him.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
You used this guy like 4 times now.
He gets the air sucked out of him, but shakes it off like nothing happened.
What?
Okay, he shakes it up like nothing happened. Okay, just leave it there. Just leave it there. No, he needs to add this stupid what. You see what I mean? He destroyed the joke. For me at least. I don't know. Maybe you think otherwise. Yeah, mentor Rob Schneider. Yeah, I got it. Not wrong. This scene is great too. You can see the body double face for like 3 whole seconds. Yeah. They didn't exceed with the with stunt doubles and body doubles. And that's a movie where he goes to Romania. What was that? The stupid names don't make any sense, so any name you can put to any movie and it still will match up with it the same way the original title matches. So anyway, the movie, I made a review for it where he goes to Romania. Usage of stunt double is on a completely another level, where they show stunt doubles in front, like up front close. Yeah, he really does have a huge desire to dominate others. You can also see how he feels pleasure in hurting people in the SNL scene where he puts Rob Schneider through that table. He also dominates. He also dominates in that scene. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he enjoys it or not, doesn't really matter. But the thing that he is doing it without any reason to Rob Schneider, who is twice shorter than him, twice smaller, and to nobody else. Why not pick up a kid 5 years old and mock him?
Now
Right,
that's
stop
some
with the Rob
Matrix level
Schneider.
backdrop shit. This sword fight is going to go down in history.
Okay, moment of truth. Will we see the famous notorious scene?
So tense yet so pretentious. You can hear a pin drop.
Again, fart joke. Oh shit. This was pretty awful. You can use them, but not like that. When I use a fart joke, when I place it, I know I'm doing bad, but you know, when I edit and make videos, it's kind of not fully me. But either way, I use it very, 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 very with a lot of caution. So this guy leaves out everything that's funny or destroys it. It looks like very similar with the guy he's trying to make fun of with this video. No, the guy he makes fun of in this video makes everything funny. He's opposite. This guy destroys fun. Steven Seagal generates it out of thin air. He can take a serious movie and make a comedy out of it. This is a talent. Probably this is the reason why he is so still is able to produce movies, because probably this is his talent. We were all guys. We were all trying to find what makes him, what allows him to continue on doing the movies. So maybe this one is it. No, he leaves. Oh shit! He leaves the whole scene with the most boring sword fight I've ever seen. Dan Alexander, I know you think that he is doing well with the swords, but I still disagree. This is my strong belief that Steven Seagal, maybe he does know how to handle knives and swords, but I don't see it in his movies. And this is the most boring scene. Even the one with Tommy Lee Jones in Under Siege, when they waved knives in front of cameras. I hate that scene also, but even that scene was better than this one.
They both go in for the final kill. Seagal waddles like a duck. But Seagal wins out, and he stops in this dramatic pose that would make Kurosawa blush. Death to Blondie!
Dude, why the hell did you destroy it with this stupid... This is perfect! This is existential. Existential. No. I have to stop trying to speak like I speak in Russian. I use a lot of different words that are not commonly used in Russian. But when I try to speak English, I come across to understand that I don't know what those words are. So what I wanted to say, that this is the most important part of this movie, and this is the most part of Steven Seagal. And you totally destroyed with this. This is a humor level B. And this is humor.
Seagal wins
Level
out, and he stops in this
AAA.
dramatic pose that would make Kurosawa blush. Death to Blondie! May your blonde tips go to a better place. Seagal brings the girl to a...
1991? Bro, what makes you think that he was 1991? What was with these dates?
Better place. Seagal brings the girl to America to live with him. Because,
Canada.
again, that's not super.
He's narrating the plot, but he makes a lot of mistakes. He doesn't even understand the plot. He doesn't even know. In this instance, so you gotta choose something. Either you're making the recap of the movie and telling the most boring plots in history of cinema. Either you try to make fun of them.
Weird. And he even brings along Orphan Boy? I give up, Seagal. Do whatever you want. I need a time machine now to get back my hour and a half.
That's risky to say things like that after making video like that, because many people will complain about 12 minutes, those 12 minutes, and wishing to get time machine. Good thing we watched it together with you guys. Good thing, because I would be pissed if I would have to watch it by myself. You bro, you have to go a long way. I suggest we watch one of the latest video and hope that he got any better from that. Because if he is going the road of fake it till you make it, it will make sense. I believe the movie where his stunt double uses very obvious, and which he shot in Romania was called the Shadow Man. Yes, which in itself is an element of that movie that needs a huge lol. Yep. This floor is crooked, like Steven Seagal's sense of humor. He left out the Falcon cry. Seagal really looks like he's pooping there. Yeah. Oh man, what was his thoughts? What was the whole crew, filming crew, think when they saw him standing like that? I guess you're right. Steven Seagal is so good at comedy that he can manage to make everyone laugh at him. That's a true talent. The problem is, things they are laughing with him, not at him. Well, I think that we should be more careful about letting him know, because I think that self-awareness will destroy the magic. Just like it did with Tommy Wiseau, for example. And with many other people, to be honest. There are only two people left without any self-awareness: Steven Seagal and Neil Breen. All the Seagal haters, oh. We're all here, fake admin Z. By the way, hi to you. This movie is like Steven Seagal's version of Cuties. I haven't watched the movie, don't know what was that. Alex, although I admit this sword fight scene was lame, he still exhibits some real Japanese sword techniques, particularly the block parry techniques. This is the only one I saw. Mostly I see him swaying sword like that, And the only thing that your can be considered a technique, or for that matter, block technique, when he takes his sword, something like that, and does something like that. It does look kind of flashy if a person you are fighting with hitting the sword from this part, but nothing then flashy. And even though it doesn't really, let's be real, it doesn't really make look that all that flashy. You can see techniques with sword in, for example, Pirates of Caribbean, when Johnny Depp and Orlando Bloom are fighting with sword. Oh, they are non-fighters at all, but still they showcase much more technique than Steven Seagal in any movie I have watched so far. So until I watch something where he shows off his techniques rather than simple swaying, I can do swaying like that too, you know. I can put my sword like that also too. Hell, I can even probably do something like this with the sword. What's the big deal? Those parry deflects techniques are not at all as easy to do or that simple as they look, but again, this doesn't really matter. The guy deserves to be laughed at, period. That's true, that's true. It is not that easy to sway sword like that. Don't know about that. I hope Neil Breen never becomes self-aware. He won't. He lives in a completely another planet. From what I've seen, from those videos he makes, this guy is never going to come back from the planet he lives in. I think that at this point, nothing can help him, because he gets a lot of approval from outside of his planet, also in our world. So cheers to Neil Breen, and cheers to Steven Seagal as well. And then Alexander, so Neil Breen has some charm to him that makes him enjoyable to just watch. It looks like he's kinda trying. It definitely does. Yeah, Neil Breen puts a lot of efforts in his movies. That's for sure. For sure. Steven Seagal is completely opposite in this area. He's lazy as AF. Neil Breen does things about, but they are very similar in area of showing both of them as superhuman. I don't know what's with that. Completely zero self-irony. So he puts as much techniques as a person who saw it online once and decided it's enough research. The same goes with Aikido. I must say, his techniques look like he saw it in a movie once, twice. Okay, once. That's a good example, Neon. Right? Yes, exactly. He saw it online somewhere, or in the movie for that matter, and tries to replicate, just like he does with Wing Chun. He does the very same thing, just like he does with the Chechnya dancing. The very same thing. He just saw it somewhere, and he thinks that once seen, now he, like Neo in the Matrix, it downloaded into his brain, and now he's capable of doing everything he saw anytime. It's really difficult for me to keep defending him in the only area where he is not fake, because he really doesn't deserve it. I kinda know what you mean. Yeah, but still, we are convinced here. So let's get, let's try to watch. Oh, it is only 4 minutes? Oh, I thought it was a proper, the full recap. So as you can see, he started only 3 months ago, he stopped 2 weeks ago, and all he did was 12 videos, but still he gathered, not very many subscribers, but still they got 10,000, 5,000 views. This one got only one. Oh, it's short. That's a decent amount of views, but after that it began to decline a little bit, so I guess he's done. This is either he has another channel he is trying to do. We can check it out, check the guy out. Either he got so disappointed in all this thing, because to my mind, to keep on doing something like that, to copycat, to be a copycat, a complete copycat of someone else, it is so energy draining. I can't understand. I can't imagine me doing that full time. If you can't enjoy completely copying another person, when you look like a cheesy copy. And I bet if he would try to do it with his own approach, it would be much better than this, what we had just saw. So okay, I still want to see him using tracking, after Effects tracking. What's with the quality? This is just a music video. And I'm not playing music if I don't know who's got the license for it. It doesn't sound like... Here's the box office news. What does that mean? Can anybody explain me what does he want? Get away. But those movies are considered his best ones. Why would he want to run up from them? I thought so. Okay, Mamacita, how's it going? Oh, he hates his hidden... Why? Why would he hate them? Oh, the whole story. Okay, all right. The whole story is he hates his fame and decides to do the lamest job in order to stop being famous. Maybe that's the whole point. This is not the best tracking. Dude, we saw all of that already. Cut the crap out. Cut as much crap as you can from the video. Just don't use the same frames. It was fun to see, like, editing within the video, editing within the movie. But after that, watching the same thing again. And again? Really? So he is flashing his skills. He got now he knows how to track, how to do motion tracking. Now he uses it all over the place. He used it only in these scenes, actually, and just keeps on repeating them. Oh, that running. Hit movies are the past. Dog shit movies are the future. Dude does something funny and after that he just ruins it. I don't know, dude. Am I the only one who feels that way? Okay, watching Steven Seagal running is not going to be to get old ever. Okay, I got it. This is the only excuse. Come on, Jack Sparrow ran perfectly fine. Don't even try to compare it. Hold on, guys. Я тут. Нет. Ложись, ложись. Не бойся, не бойся. Всего лишь ночной кошмар. The kid got a nightmare. Ah, this age. But why is he facing backwards? He figured out how to motion tracking, but didn't figure out how to flip the pictures. Okay, nah, that's not what I was expecting for, guys. Just 1 second. Okay, so what do you think about something we have just watched? We could watch the second to the last. I agree, he's a fake Wing Chun or any other Kung Fu styles practitioner, but on that one again, he thinks he knows those styles too, just like he thinks he's funny, lol. Okay, whenever I see him fighting, showing out of impressive sword techniques, or for that matter, someone to explain me why he is good at them, I'll take my words back. But for now, what I see is a goofball with a sword trying to pretend that he knows what he's doing. His pirate run is pretty epic, not for any reason he intended. It's the pirate running. He is not pirate running. Maybe he's trying to fly. But just like penguins, he is not able to do that. And won't be, ever. But anyway, guys, we saw the video of the copycat of Space Ice. And that's pretty much it for tonight. Cheers! Thanks for coming in.